Hi students, it's Miss Liza, your school occupational therapist. I know a lot of you from last year, and I miss seeing your faces in person, but I'm also looking forward to this school year and sharing lots of fun activities with you on videos and also during live Zoom sessions. So this is our first video of the school year, and we're going to make a fun activity together. So this is a cup to hold all your new school supplies when you get them, to make sure they stay in one spot and you don't lose them, and you can keep them away from your little siblings who might want to take school supplies and mix them up with other things. So I made my cup from an old yogurt container that I rinsed out. You could also use an old coffee can or a large plastic cup. And then I took paper and I measured it and I cut it, and then I drew lines on it and I wrote Liza's school supplies. And then on the bottom line I wrote do not remove, just to remind those siblings, your brothers and sisters. And then on the bottom I drew some designs. I chose hearts, stars, and ice cream cones. So we'll work on doing those shapes together. So we're gonna go over to the desk now and get all our supplies ready. Come along. All right, so these are the supplies we'll need for this project. You need scissors, crayons, a glue stick, pencil, a ruler, and a white piece of computer paper. So the first step is to measure how big of the paper you need. So you're going to take your container, turn it on its side, line up the top of the container with the top of the paper, and then make a little line where the bottom of the container is. And I move the container away, get my ruler. I'm gonna line up the ruler with the little mark I made. And I'm going to draw a straight line all the way across. So there's my line. Next I get my scissors. I'm going to cut on the line and make sure my thumb is pointing up to the sky, and I'm using my other hand to help hold the paper, and I'm using my eyes to look at the line. Make sure the scissors are pointing away from me, cutting on the line. There's my paper. I'm gonna take the littler paper and set it to the side. Next, I get my ruler again. I'm going to draw some lines with my ruler. So I start out with the ruler towards the top of the paper. I'm going to draw a line for my name, Liza's, a line for the word school, school, and I'm going to go down a little bit. I'm going to draw a line for the word supplies. And I'm going to go down a little bit more, and I'm going to draw 3 lines. One for do, space, not, space, remove. So there are my lines. Now I'm ready to write. So the first word is your name. If you are a student who you're really working on learning how to make your letters, I recommend that your mom or dad or whoever's helping you grab a green crayon, and they're going to make some starting dots for your letters. So the starting dot is placed based on how big of a letter it is. So I'm going to do a starting dot for L in my name, I, Z, A, and S. So you'll see, since L is a capital letter, the dot's way up high, and since I, Z, A, and S are all small letters, lowercase letters, the dot's down lower. So next I'm going to write my L. Big line down, little line across. I, Z, walk along, slide down, walk along. A, magic C, go up to the start, down to the bottom line. I make a little apostrophe. And then S, make a little C, and back the other way. So I wrote Liza's. You will write your name. Next, I'm going to write the word school. So I have a starting dot for S, C, H, O, O, L. So this time I'm going to work really hard to start on the starting dot and stop on the bottom line. If I know that it is really tricky and hard for me to stop on the bottom line, mom or dad or helper is going to get their red crayon to make a helping line. So they're going to go ahead and make that line you drew red to remind you to stop. Stop on the bottom line. Ready, set, go. Capital S, little c, little h. Oh, I'm gonna make a mistake. Ah! H slid below the bottom. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna try and correct it when I go up. Think I can stop this time? Stop. Yay, I did it. O, O, and L. Let's see if I can stop my L on the bottom. Big line down. I'm slowing down and stop. Yay. So I wrote the word school. And now I'm going to write the word supplies. So I have an S, U, P, P, L, I, E, S. And I have my bottom line reminder. And I'm going to start with letter S, capital S, stop. Lowercase u, stop. Letter P is a special letter. It has a tail that goes under the line. So here we go. I start on the starting dot. I dive down underneath, swim up, over, around, and stop on the line. And I get to practice again. Dive down underneath, swim up, over, around, and stop. Lowercase l, dive down, stop on the line. I, little line down, give it a dot. I'm going to give mine a cute heart dot. And letter E goes kick the ball. He's a little tricky. You curve up, back to where you started and down to the bottom. Stop. And S goes little c back the other way. So far I wrote my name, Liza's school supplies. Now on the last line, so I'm gonna get this started a little better. I have my stopping lines. And now I have my starting dots, D, O, N, O, T, R, E, M, O, V, E. All right, so I start with capital D. I make a big line down, stop on the line. I'm gonna jump my pencil back to the top. Yeehaw! Jump. And then a big curve to the bottom. That's called a frog jump, capital D, O, do. Ready for another frog jump, capital? It's capital N. We do a big line down, jump, slide down, big line up. Letter O goes all the way around. And lowercase t goes big line down, little line across. Do not remove. So capital R is another frog jump, capital. You do a big line down, stop, jump, little curve, slide to the bottom. E goes hit the ball, go up, back to where you started, down to the bottom line. Little M goes slide down, swim up, over, down, swim up, over, down. Did you see how I kept my pencil on the paper the whole time I did my M? You practice that too. Next is O, all the way around. Next is V. V goes slide down, slide up. E goes hit the ball, go up, back to where you started, down to the bottom. Do not remove. And I'm going to add an exclamation point because I am really excited to say that. Do not remove. So hopefully people will listen to me. All right, so now we're done with our letters. We're gonna make some designs on the bottom. I'm going to, first we'll practice making some hearts. So for the heart, you can use the red crayon. Let's do 3 hearts on each side. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So the heart starts on the dot. It's gonna go up and curve and slide back down. Back to the dot. Go up and curve and slide back down. If that was too tricky, you might want 2 dots. So 1 dot and then add a second dot for the point at the bottom. So you start on the dot, you curve up and slide and stop on the bottom dot. Now jump back to the top dot, curve up and slide and stop. I have 1 more heart. I'm gonna add my second dot. Curve up and slide and stop, jump, curve up and slide and stop. Right, so I made 3 hearts on that side. Now I'm going to make 3 hearts on this side. So we go curve up and slide and stop and jump, curve up and slide and stop. Next dot, curve up and slide and stop, jump, curve, slide, stop. Last heart. Curve, slide, stop, jump, curve, slide, stop. And then in the middle, we'll draw 3 stars. Stars are pretty tricky, so I just want you to try and give it your best shot. We'll do 2 stars actually. So what we'll do for the first star, let's have mom or dad or helper draw 5 dots. So you have first 3 dots that look like a triangle, then we have 1 over here and 1 over here. We're gonna start at this bottom dot. First we're going to climb the mountain, slide down the mountain, climb the mountain, across, and slide down. So the star has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Let's try this dots again. So we have first a little triangle and then 2 dots added to the sides. So I'm going to start on the bottom dot. I'm going to go up to the top, down to the bottom, over to the side, across, and back down. So give it a try. See if you can make a star. It's no big deal if you can't get it this time. Just keep trying and it'll get easier and easier. All right, so next you're going to get all your crayons and it's your turn to pick what colors you like to color your letters and your hearts and your stars. So I'm gonna pick red for my name. School. Oh, I'm gonna correct my mistake with my eraser, my handy dandy eraser. School. Then I'm gonna choose purple for supplies. And what color next? I think I'll make the word do green. And not, I will make orange. And remove will be purple. And then we will color the hearts. I'm going to choose red for the hearts. I'm trying my best to stay inside the lines, which is good practice for using my eyes and my hands together. And I'm also using my other hand to hold my paper down so it doesn't slip and slide while I'm coloring. last, I do not have that many color crayons. I think I'm going to color the star orange. And look how I change the direction I'm using my crayon so it helps me stay in the lines. So I go making little triangle shapes with my crayon. All right, I'm all done. Now I'm ready to put this onto my container. So next you're going to need your glue stick and your container. You're going to wrap your paper around the container. First, you want to open your glue stick. Oopsie. You're gonna have your paper. Put some glue on the ends of your paper. And then your container, you're going to set the container in the middle and then wrap the paper. Now, depending what kind of container you have, there might be a spot where it doesn't reach around, and that's when it's helpful that you have this little extra piece of paper from before. So if you need to fill in a gap, what you're going to do is take your extra piece of paper, hold it up to the top of the container, get your pencil, you're going to make a little line at the bottom of the container so that tells you where to cut the paper. Now I got my ruler. I'm going to draw my cutting line. Get my scissors and cut on the line. And now lastly, I need to add some glue to this little piece. So I'm going to put glue on the top, the bottom, and the sides. What shape did I make? A rectangle. I'm going to glue it into the little spot that where I had my gap. And I might need to add some more glue if it's not sticking very well. So I'm going to problem solve until it works. So there we go. Here's my cup. It's ready for my supplies. I'm excited to see the cups that you make. So here is my finished school supply cup. I hope you like how yours turned out. I'm sure they're all super fabulous, and I would love to see a photo or a video of you as you were doing your project. And please let me know if any questions came up for you while you were working on the project. I'd love to hear any feedback about the video or any tips that were helpful, or if you had a question about anything I said during the video. And I'm excited to see you next week for our next project. Bye!